All right, what do we have here, man? Keep digging myself into that cannabis rabbit hole, and I just want to get a recap of pretty much the industry as a whole, not just pharmaceuticals, the industry that cannabis stocks are in, or the sector, healthcare. I wanted to get more specific and see if there was an ETF or an index that covered some of these cannabis stocks. And I got hmmj, guys. It's Horizons Marijuana Life Sciences Index ETF. Wow. It's you could trade that on the TSX. And we're going to do some Stan Weinstein, see if it's in a stage 2. We're going to do my monthly chart trading framework, see if I got the higher prevailing trend in my favor. And the first thing I see, guys, okay, we don't have a lot of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This 7-month consolidation sideways range. Look at that. Broke out here. Oh, get that straight. Broke out right here. I don't have information before here. Broke out, explode, burst, and crazy wick. Go back in, sideways move, tuck, 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 and then off again, and close the monthly close above that monthly defined resistance. Hasn't been tested many times, but right now that's what it is at 2050. Let me add my measured move. And look at that, man. Woohoo! Monthly candle close above breakout line. Target all the way up here. Confirmed. So if I'd be playing my chart trading framework, I'd have a monthly candle target right there. What I don't like, I would have rather, remember, patterns within patterns. I'd rather have a pattern like this up here for the launching. And then after that, when we explode, I'd have more confidence than this. But it's all good for now. 12-month moving average going upwards. Price action above it. Embryonic breakout, pullback, sideways move, very healthy. And explode off that 12-month moving average. So that's pretty healthy stuff, what I'm seeing right here. There's always better case scenarios that I rather see, like more consolidation around that breakout line. But still looking good, guys, for that whole marijuana index. And I just looked up. I want to see what the holdings are. And 12%, you got Orotra Cannabis, ACB. They got 11% of Canopy Growth. That's a weed ticker on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I don't know this other company, Leaf, Real Leaf, 10%. And then you got some others going down. GW Pharmaceuticals, Scott's Miracle Grow, Euphoria, APH, Crohn's Group for 5%. Then goes down. I see some familiar names. The Hypothecary Corp, Hexo, TSX. A few down, got Organogram for 2.3% of that ETF. So there's a whole bunch. Give some, if you want to go look through those. There's not a ton, but that's pretty much these names probably right we're going to get familiar with, just like everybody knows FANG on the NASDAQ and or those popular stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. These guys are getting popularity, and we'll start associating stuff there to these tickers. All right, enough, Patrick. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let's see how this compares on the weekly. Get some more candles. Look at that, outperforming the SPX. Stands Mansfield relative strength. Here, see it's not green anymore. Well, it's because you had to close below the 30-week moving average. Don't want that. Not super duper conditions when you're there. It's signs that you're slowing down, guys. You need a sideways move. So it did move sideways for a few weeks and then got back in the green. Closed above the 30-week moving average. Went up. And now had a rough patch right here, guys. Broke into a stage 3, even tempting a stage 4. Right here, you're below the underperforming SPX. Not very good right here. But right here, we got to turn around. Let me draw those weekly defined breakout lines. So today's week, last week we had a breakout here. So already we're back into stage 2 right here. Do we have the volume? I think we did. That's twice the average of the previous 4 weeks. This would have been more cool. But you see, this happened pretty much late, this high volume right here. You see how far you are from the 30-week average? It's like the rubber band, right? The more it stretches, eventually it gets pulled back in. And that's why we always want consolidation, right? Because if you move sideways, you're not going away from the 30-week average. The 30-week average keeps going up, up, up while you're moving sideways until you join. And then that's the elastic. The elastic either could get pulled now the other way to go down. But if you're in an uptrend, usually the elastic, you get to snap it upwards until you're far away from the 30-week average. And then when you start going parabolic, hard corrections, volatility, scary stuff. But if you have your sell stop, you're good to go, guys. Like here, if you'd be doing the Stanway, you want to put your sell stops below pullbacks, and then when you move back up, and the only time it really did here, see, pullback went all the way down here, price action started going back up to that previous high, sell stop right here. So that would have been the trader sell stop. Investors, you have to go all the way down below that low, that pullback, and below 30-week average. So that's kind of far. So if you're far in advance, investors, you could start exiting the way a trader would. And after that, you could also check if you have a valid trend line, a valid stand trend line. You need 3 points, and then the 4th point break, that's the exit. So I don't know if there's 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, didn't quite have 3, so this would have been your exit right here. Entry would have been, wow, here, these candles here. See that volume right there? Even this one, almost twice the average. So this is the entry right here. All right. But what are we doing now? Back into stage 2? Well, it looks like it's on the week. We have confirmation that you're back in stage 2. You had the volume here. And now this crazy candle. So this is, it finished red, but barely. So if you want to know, look, is that green candle? Is that red? Well, it is red, but there's nuances, right? That's when the human has to go and look. So if you want to see the health of that particular week, you zoom in, man. You use the power of the daily candle. Then you can see when this is the first day of the week. 27th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So here's Monday. And gapped up. Wow. To close red for a crazy amount of volume. Contracting volume on the red candle. Increasing volume on the green. Starting to contract on the red. And now we did not have a lot of volume here this week. Really calm down. You want even more details. So that red, you want to know, did it happen mostly on all this volume on red or green? What do we do? Zoom, 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 zoom. 4-hour chart, guys. Yeah. And here it is, the 27th at 9:30. Green. See, gapped up, heavy volume. So even if the price closed red, you saw that the price action was on decreasing red candles right here. And then it started increasing even again. Is that the next day? 9:30, 12:30. So it's just these two. So it closed red, but most of the action was done on the green candle. So that's healthy. If you want comfort and you want specifics, it's for sure it'd be better if you'd be on the stand and this would just would have closed green, and then you said, okay, it's this would be a nice green candle. But if it's red, don't automatically think that it's the end of the world. Go check the details, zooming in, guys, get that granularity. And now that's a close above the monthly defined breakout line, guys. So everything's pretty much adding up. You're going to have maybe some resistance right here at this level, at the 23 level, the weekly defined. And that's where we might have the pullback. around these levels. Maybe a pullback. 30-week average starting to go upwards. If you pull back closer to these breakout lines, so you'll start seeing the Mansfield going down. Never buy when it's going down. Always wait. And when it starts going back up, that lull usually is going to coincide with the bottom of the pullback. And if it happened on contracting volume, then you know what? You could enter again. So this seems just to be the beginning of a stage 2. We're not that far in. Here's the embryonic breakout, but it's below 30-week average. 30-week average going down. And after that, with price action happening above the 30-week average, dragging it upwards. Trend. Want to establish trend. If you get in too early, the trend's still flaky, so the angle is not steep enough, and it could revert to a downwards trend. This is a nice angle right here. Man, the more you look, the more you notice stuff. But eventually, over time, you start understanding more and more what's happening with the price action on the chart, guys. And it's all there. No matter what the news is, whatever reason, at the end of the day, somebody has to click the sell and buy button, and it shows up on the chart, guys. That's it. hmmj, monthly defined breakout with target. Weekly Stan Weinstein breakout continuation, so should have some more upwards action. Maybe expect some resistance soon for a pullback, and if on no volume, you get in. All right, see ya.